Yo, let's do some tips about hosting images on CodePen because it's pretty cool and easy. So I got a pen here and I got a couple of images on my desktop. I can drag and drop. I got an images folder I just made in this pen because I'm pro. I can host images like this right as a part of a pen. So I got this electric guitar image here. Fine, I can right click it and copy it as an IMG tag or a background image. Useful stuff like that. But I already have an IMG sitting here. So I'll copy the relative path and that'll just render right there. So image usage, really easy, really powerful, whatever. I got the acoustic there one too, but another thing I can do is just drag and drop it in here. It'll just instantly upload. I already have one here, whatever. But I can also copy it as an image from here, or a background image or markdown, whatever. Again, I can just copy the URL though, and I can put it down here and there's going to be kind of a full URL. Now, one of the advantages of using this, which we kind of call global assets on CodePen, is just because this little button is on every pen. So you open this up and you have all your assets right here and you can grab them and use them in multiple pens, whatever. It's just that easy. But there's another reason to use global assets, and these things are a little bit more powerful. I can hit this edit button and now I have some abilities. You can see this is 4,000 by 6,000 pixels big, which is a little big maybe. So why don't I make it more like, I don't know, 1,000 or something like that. And you can see that the optimized size, 95% smaller, which is something. And we're serving it in an auto format. So instead of JPEG, well, it's going to serve in WebP if it can, or use modern images formats based on this format equals auto URL parameter. I could even knock down the size there. Oh God, we're getting a lot better, aren't we? We got under 100K based on, before it was, 5.5 megabytes big or something like that. I'll hit this green button, grab that optimized URL, and I'll replace what we are using here with this new one. It's going to look the same because we're rendering it pretty small here. But that's just like way, way, way more efficient and small. And that only works for now with the global assets instead of this relative path thing kind of here. Now, there's another step we could do with this to make it even more efficient, which is just cool and is enabled by what's going on here, is that I can grab that URL and I have what's called a responsive images syntax here. So here's the 400 wide version of an image, and I'm saying that's how wide it is. I'm telling the browser ahead of time. This particular image, yeah, that one's 400 pixels wide. This one's 800 pixels wide. This one's 1200 pixels wide. And why don't you pick the one that's most appropriate for the layout based on what's going on here with sizes? Now, because this is lazy loaded, I could put auto here in the sizes, but this is kind of above the fold, so lazy loading isn't going to work anyway. But now the browser is choosing between these images the most efficiently sized one it is. It's already getting the right format. Now it's getting the right size, which is pretty cool. We should be able to go into the network here and kind of go acoustic, search for that. And if we refresh, we'll see it get pulled down. We can already see it being pulled in WebP, which is great. And it's chosen the 800 pixel wide one. I think in different circumstances, it's going to pull differently sized one based on that sizes attribute. Which size one does it need? It will grab the appropriate one. So just that's all possible because of the syntax of what's going on in our global assets. So easy asset hosting and powerful asset hosting, really cool, particularly for images.